Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to update you on the 5 Carner Barcelona fragrance samples that I just picked up. I think in my last perfume haul, I picked these up. They have these on Fragrance Net right now. I don't know if they've got all of them still. I do know that they've got some of them still. But yeah, I adore Carner Barcelona. I've got 2 full bottles. I had another full bottle, which I ended up passing along because I just wasn't going to reach for it. But I have found that I just absolutely love Carner Barcelona as a house. I think it would be safe to say it's one of my favorite niche houses because number one, it's not terribly overpriced. Like some niche fragrances can be just super overpriced. And number 2, they're just the types of fragrances that I love. I have been able to give every single one of these a good wear test. I definitely have thoughts, and there are definitely some full bottles in my future for sure, but I'm gonna just jump right in. I do have 5 of them here. I'm gonna try to go in the order in which I tested them. So the first one we're going to talk about is called, I think it's called Rima XI. Yeah, I think that that's Roman numeral, like that's supposed to be Roman numerals, so Rima XI. I absolutely adored this fragrance. This is, oh my gosh, yes, I love this. And you can see, when I tested these, I used about half. There you go. I used about half of the tester, or half of the little, tester of each one. So I really sprayed on a lot. I really give them a very good wear test. A whole bunch of spices in the top and the middle. It's got some jasmine sambac in the middle. And then it's got woods, sandalwood, very prominent sandalwood note. It's prominent, but without overpowering the entire fragrance, which I love. Sometimes sandalwood can be like oud, in that it will overpower the entire fragrance and that's all you smell. But they did a great job in this one of blending it so well that it didn't overpower the entire fragrance. So as I was wearing this has got some amber in the base as well. As I was wearing this, when this got to the deep dry down, this started to remind me of Dior Addict or YSL Manifesto. More YSL Manifesto than Addict. But yeah, that's what it ended up smelling like on me. Just this beautiful, and Manifesto is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. So I was like in love with this. I smelled amazing the day that I wore this. Of course, I was testing this in high heat. Thankfully, I tested this on a day that I was at home, so I didn't have to go out too much. Because yeah, this is not a fragrance meant for high heat. This is cozy, this is warm, this is spicy, woody, ambery. It's like I said, it really reminded me of Manifesto on my skin. I absolutely adore this. If I come across a full bottle for a decent price, I will absolutely pick it up without even hesitating. It is beautiful. It is everything that I love in fragrance. Yeah, I just adored this one. So this is called Rima XI. Such a beautiful fragrance. The next one that I tested is called Elborn. Oh my gosh, I forget how amazing this is. This has also got some honey in it. Oh my goodness, yes. This is an absolutely amazing fragrance. This is another one that hands down, I must have a full bottle of it. It is beautiful. This is one that it's got fig in it, and fig is another note that if it's not blended to perfection, fig can really overtake a fragrance with a quickness. And the fig is here and it's beautiful, but it is not overpowering the whole fragrance. This one has a slight powderiness to it. It's got this beautiful drippy honey note, without having that, sometimes honey can get that kind of bitter, especially when it's blended with flowers. It can get that kind of bitter, almost sharp, almost a sharpness, especially on skin. And the honey is blended so well in this that it's not, you don't get that bitterness or the sharpness from the honey at all. It's just this beautiful, smooth, slightly sweet honey. This has got a balsamic quality to it. This has got a ton of vanilla in it as well. So this is a beautiful, sweet, syrupy, rich, just gorgeous fragrance. Again, everything that I love in a perfume. Yeah, I absolutely need to have a full bottle of this. This one also, in the deep dry down, this one also pulled a little bit masculine on me, which I did not mind at all. I think that this would smell absolutely incredible on a man. Yeah, I need to try to get this on my husband. He doesn't like anything real sweet, so he might not like this, but I do want to test it on him because I just think it's going to be stunning. So anyways, yes, Elborn is an amazing fragrance. Honey, fig, vanilla, everything that I love in a bottle of perfume, and I need a full bottle of this. Yeah, this is one of the two that I was like, I need a full bottle immediately in my life. So anyways, that is Elborn. Amazing fragrance. This next one was my least favorite, but it is still a stunning fragrance. It's just not my style of fragrance. This one is called Costarella, and this is basically like a, yeah, it's so beautiful though, even still. This one, I enjoyed every second of wearing this. This is just not one that I would want a full bottle of because it's not my style of fragrance. This is a very citrus heavy, slightly aquatic, salty, woody fragrance. It's like a beautiful beach fragrance. This is perfectly unisex. This, in fact, I think this would just be incredible on a man. Like, this would be an incredible hot weather fragrance for a man. The citrus in here is like a slightly sweet citrus. It's got a gorgeous saltiness to it, a woodiness. It's beautiful. I think it's got ambroxan in it. Yeah, it's got ambroxan in the base. It's also got a marine accord and a sand accord in the middle. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful, like, tangy, citrusy, salty, aquatic fragrance. For anybody looking for a beautiful hot weather, like, beachy fragrance that's not beachy floral, that's not coconut, that's not suntan lotion, but you still want something that smells beachy, this is it. This is such a beautiful fragrance. So anyways, that one is called Costarella. I definitely would not buy a full bottle for myself because, again, I'm more into the fragrances like Elborn and some of these others that we're going to talk about. This is just not my style, but it is absolutely stunning nonetheless. So anyways, that is Costarella. Okay, this next one was hands down my favorite. I have to have a bottle of this. In fact, when I wore it, well, no, I still used about half, but I tried to be sparing with this one because I am so in love with this that if I can't get a bottle right away, I want to at least have this sample to sniff because this is incredible. This one is called Palo Santo. And oh my gosh, the main note in this is a milk note. So this is rum and tonka bean and milk. It's also got a ton of woods in the base, but there's something very sweet in this. Yeah, I'm not sure what note is giving it all of the sweetness, but this is a beautiful, milky, sweet, boozy fragrance. This is everything I love in a perfume. It is slightly gourmand. I mean, not slightly, it is gourmand. This smells edible. It smells like caramel milk or something. It is so stunning. It's not what I was expecting either. When I saw Palo Santo, I immediately thought of Palo Santo wood, which is a beautiful, very aromatic wood. Palo Santo is burned a lot in like spiritual ceremonies, and so it's got this really beautiful kind of incensey, very aromatic quality about it, especially when it burns. And that's what I was expecting from this. I was not expecting this like yummy, gourmand, boozy concoction that this is. I adore this fragrance. This and Elborn were the two that I was like, I have to have a full bottle of both of them. So yes, I will be tracking down a full bottle of this very soon. I absolutely love it. I think it's going to be amazing in the winter, in the cooler weather. If you were into vanilla fragrances, if you were into milky fragrances, caramel lake fragrances, my perfume fairy out there, the one that sends me all the samples, she's a vanilla lover. If you are watching this one, I think you would love this. If you have not tested it yet, you definitely should. It is beautiful. For any of my vanilla lovers out there, I think you would really love this. So anyways, that is Palo Santo. This was my number 1. Elborn was my number 2. Yeah, just a stunner of a fragrance. Definitely full bottle worthy. So anyways, that is Palo Santo. And then last but not least, this last one, I just tested this finally yesterday. This is called D600, and this is another gorgeous fragrance. Yeah, this reminds me of something that I have though, which is, this is spiced. This is a lot of spices. This is really spicy. This has got like black pepper in the top. So you get that really beautiful peppery opening. This has got iris in it too though, so it's got this really beautiful powdery quality to it. And those two notes are super prominent. You get this beautiful black pepper note, the powdery iris, and then it starts to dry down and sweeten up, and it's got this beautiful vanilla base. So you get this really gorgeous, sweet, like well-rounded vanilla base, but the black pepper and the iris is always there. It never goes away. It's always there on the skin. This one was more linear than some of the others, but this is an absolutely stunning fragrance. This is one that I'm not gonna like run out to buy a bottle of or to track down immediately. If I ever came across a bottle for a decent price, I would absolutely pick it up with no hesitation because it is a stunning fragrance. This is a beautiful one for those of you that really like iris. It's a different take on iris. It's a peppery iris. It's a sweet iris because of the vanilla. This one also lasted absolutely forever on me. I wore this yesterday and I got at least 8 to 10 hours out of this. This lasted and performed so well. All of the others did too. None of these lasted any less than 6 hours. Every single one of these, even the Costarella, which is more of like a salty marine citrus type fragrance, even that one lasted a good 6 hours on my skin. These, you definitely get what you pay for. You get beautiful niche quality. As far as you get gorgeous, unique fragrances that you're not going to smell anywhere else. You're not going to smell them on anybody else either. But they're not outrageously expensive. You can find these on the Canadian websites for a good price, usually under $100. You can even find them on some of our websites in the Fragrance Net and Fragrance X in the $100 to $120 range. And for the quality, for the unique aspect of them, the character of them, and the wonderful performance that you're going to get out of them, they're absolutely worth every penny. I wouldn't probably pay maybe more than $120 for a bottle, but they're absolutely worth every penny. They're beautiful fragrances. They perform so well. And if you are into gourmands, they definitely have something for everybody when it comes to a gourmand fragrance. So anyways, this one borderline gourmand. It's got that beautiful like spiciness to it and the vanilla, but the iris keeps it very grounded and slightly powdery. It's just a stunning fragrance. So if I had to rate these, as far as full bottles, so Palo Santo, I need a full bottle of like pretty immediately. This is in my future for sure. And then Elborn. Elborn is number 2. As far as I need a full bottle relatively soon. And then I would say probably Rima 11 is, no, actually I would say probably D600. D600 would be 3rd. Rima 11 would be 4th. And then Costarella, I'm not interested in a full bottle, but yeah. And I've got full bottles of Botafumeiro as well as Ambar del Sur. I just love my Carner Barcelona fragrances. So anyways, I hope this was helpful to any of you out there who are interested in Carner Barcelona. I can wholeheartedly give them a huge thumbs up. I think they're incredible fragrances. If you find one that you like, I do not think you will be disappointed in any way. So anyways, that is my update on all of the Carner Barcelona fragrances that I have been testing. I do hope that you guys found this helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.